Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create presentations from Airtable and Google Slides using Pabbly Connect. So I work in an HR department and my objective is that whenever I'm going to add the new details of the employees in my Airtable account related to the achievements which they have performed and which they have made during the Q2 of 2024, then I want to create and generate a certificate with the help of Google Slides for that same employee. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For that, we have to set up the connection between Airtable and Google Slides, and that we are going to do without the requirement of any coding and programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So here I am going to tell you step by step that how we can automatically generate Google Slides presentation from Airtable. So I am an HR manager of a company and I want to generate certificates for achievements to all the employees who are achieving the targets of Q2 of the year 2024. So what I'm going to do, I am tracking the details of all the employees with the help of Airtable database, and I want that whenever I'm going to add a new row related to the new details of a new employee, then immediately a certificate according to their achievement and according to the department should be created for that same employee, and it should be sent to that employee through email. Alright, so for that I have already created a template of the certificate with the help of Google Slides. By using this template, I am going to generate the certificates one by one for each of the employee, that too automatically. Okay, so here without wasting the time, we are going to quickly start this automation process. And as you know, we are going to create this amazing automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So let's get started. This is the homepage of Pabbly Connect where we can reach by tapping this URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, you can find two options, sign in and sign up for free. In case if you are already an existing user, so you can directly click on sign in option, but if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now because I am already an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in. This is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect, so let's click on access now. And it will take us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on this dashboard, you can find all your workflows which we have created, and you can also create different folders over here to save your workflow separately and accordingly. Now to create a new workflow, we will click on this create workflow option which is given on right corner, and here a dialog box is appeared in front of us. So it is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, I'm going to give a name over here. Create presentations from Airtable and Google Slides using Pabbly Connect. Okay, so after giving the name to my workflow, here I'm going to select the folder in which I want to save my workflow, and here I have multiple folders, so I'm going to select this automations for HRM and we'll click on create. As we have done that, you can see that two windows are open in front of us. So first is a trigger and the other is action. Now what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles or the building blocks on which the entire automation works. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger, it's going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Let's suppose here my objective is that whenever I'm going to add a new row related to the new employee details who has achieved something in the organization, and I want to generate the certificate for that, then immediately the response of that employee should be captured with the help of Airtable inside Pabbly Connect, and then automatically with that response, a certificate for that employee should be generated with the help of Google Slides. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take Airtable in my trigger and Google Slides in my action step. When we are going to set up the connection between these two applications, then we can clearly see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands, because when the trigger happens, that means when a new record is created inside Airtable for a new employee, then only the details will be added into Google Slides and will be generated a certificate, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us quickly start our workflow. First of all, to start our workflow, we have to go towards our trigger step and we have to simply select our trigger application. Now here our trigger application will be Airtable, as you know, so we will simply select that. After selecting the application, now we have to select the trigger event. Trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or start. You can see we have multiple options over here. So I'm going to select new record as my trigger event, as I want that whenever a new record will be created inside Airtable, so the response of that record should be captured inside Pabbly Connect. Okay, so as we have done that, now when we are going to click on connect, we will be able to build the connection between Airtable and Pabbly Connect. For building this connection, we have two options over here, add new connection or select existing connection. So to build the new connection, I'm going to go with add new connection button, and I will simply click on connect with Airtable. Now Pabbly Connect is requesting the Airtable access. So what we have to do, we have to click on this add a base option, and we have to select all current and future bases in all current and future workspaces. So we have done that. Now we are going to click on grant access. And here our connection is successful as our authorization is done. Okay, this means that our connection between Airtable and Pabbly Connect is made successfully. Now after building the connection, we have to select the base name and the table name. So in which base you are creating the record, which base you want to connect over here. So the name of my base is Employee Achievements and Recognition. We will go back towards Pabbly Connect. From the drop down, I will simply select that same base, Employee Achievements and Recognition. As we have done that, the base is selected, and according to the base, the table is also selected because we are only working in one table. Okay, let's move forward. Now when we are going to click on save and send test request button, we will receive the response. Here, before clicking on save and send test request button, you have to keep in mind this particular important note. It is given over here to capture the trigger response for the action new records. You will first need to create a field in your table schema with the field name created and set its filter type as created time. I'm going to take you back towards my Airtable account. When you will complete adding all the fields and all the columns in your table and your database, then you have to perform one more action. That at last, after adding all the details, you also have to add one more field with the name as created, and you have to select the type of that field as created time. So this means that on whichever date and at whatever time the data is added, the date and time of that field will be created over here. Okay, so when you will do that, then only you will be able to receive the response. And here one more thing I have to tell you, that Airtable is based on 10 minutes polling time. You can see that 10 minutes is given in front of Airtable. Polling time is time which Pabbly Connect is going to take in order to capture the new response. So because we have 10 minutes of polling time, so whenever a new record will be added inside Airtable, after 10 minutes it will be captured inside Pabbly Connect. So here when we are going to click on save and send test request button, we will be receiving the last data which was added in Airtable. So the last data is of this smart employee, and all these details are given over here along with the created date and time. So when we are going to click on save and send test request button, we will be receiving the data of the smart employee. Let's click on the button save and send test request, and here you can see that we have received the response, and as I told you, we have received the name, smart employee, and all the details of the smart employee. Okay, because this was the last data which I have entered in my Airtable database. So in this response, you can see that here we have received the ID. Here is the position on which this particular employee works. Here is the name of the employee, email address, department, the date, the fields created time and date. Here we have the authorized name, that who is providing the certificate, who is authorizing this certificate, and the position at he works. Here we have also received the final achievement for which we are creating the certificate for this employee, and all other details. So when we have received this response, this means that our connection between Airtable and Pabbly Connect is absolutely successful. So whenever a new record will be added over here for a new employee, then immediately and automatically the response will be captured, but after 10 minutes inside Pabbly Connect. And in this way we will be able to create certificates, we will be able to create the presentations with the help of Airtable automatically. Now because we have received the response, our objective is to use this response for creating and generating the certificate with the help of Google Slides. For generating that same certificate, I have created a template. Okay, you can see this is my template, and in order to create the template, I have used some of the details in 2 curly braces. So why we have done that? Some of the details are definitely going to be replaced with each and every new response with each and every new employee. So these details are name of the employee, the achievement which each employee has made, the date of the creation of the certificate, the authorized name, and some other details. Okay, so whichever details in the certificate you want to get changed, you have to enter these details as variables. And how you're going to do that? With the help of 2 curly braces. So here in the template of certificate, you can see that whatever details are given under 2 curly braces, these details are replaceable, and these are the dynamic variables. So they are going to change automatically whenever a new response will be captured. So I'm going to tell you exactly how we are going to use this template for generating the certificates. First of all, we have to set up the connection between this template and Pabbly Connect, and that we can do with the help of Google Slides. So we have to go towards our action step, and here in our action application, we have to select Google Slides. Let's select that. Now we have to select the action event, that will be create presentation from template, as we are going to use a single template for generating multiple presentations. So this will be our action event. Let's click on connect. Now to build the connection, I'm going to go with add new connection, and we'll click on sign in with Google, and here I'm going to select my account. Now Pabbly Connect is asking us for the permission to access our Google account. It is 100% safe, so I've clicked on allow, and here you can see with this our authorization has become successful. One more thing I have to tell you, that you have to log into all the applications which you are setting up with Pabbly Connect, because it makes the connection easier and effortless. Now here, as we have set up the connection, first of all we have to select the template presentation name. So which is the template of your presentation? The name of my template is certificates for employees. So I will select the same certificate for employees from the drop down. After selecting the presentation, here we have to select the title of the new presentation. This was a template. When we are going to use this template for creating multiple new presentations, what should be the name of each of them? Here, because in my case I am generating the certificates for achievement of the employees, therefore I am going to give the name to my presentation as certificate of achievement for, and I will simply enter the name of the employee. And for entering the name, because we have already received the details of that employee in our earlier response, we will simply map the data. Mapping is inserting data from previous step. Here our previous step is given, and you can see these are all the details. We want to use the name, and here the name is given of the employee, so I will simply select that, and it is mapped over here. When we map a data by using our previous step like this, it becomes dynamic, and now with each and every new response it is going to replace automatically. But in case if we will enter the data manually, like here we have entered the name of the presentation manually, so it will be same each time because it has become static now. So every time with a new certificate, with a new presentation, automatically the name of this presentation is going to replace. Now it is asking us new presentations location, so I'm going to select a new location for this presentation where I want to save it. Then we have to enter the name, achievement, authorized name, authorized designation, and the date. So these are the same fields which we have in the two curly braces inside our template. When we are going to map the details in these fields, they are going to replace automatically whenever a new response will be captured according to new employee and new certificate. And in this way, we are going to automate the entire process of generating new templates with the help of a connection between Airtable and Google Slides. So simply one by one, I'm going to map all these details. First of all, I'm going to map the name of the employee. Here, the achievement of this particular employee is outstanding project management. Okay, then we have the authorized name, that who is authorizing the certificate. So here we have Michael Garris. I have mapped the name. The designation of this authorized person is department head, and the date of the certificate creation. So I've mapped that as well. When I'm going to click on save and send test request button, here you can see that we have received the response. In this response, here we have received the presentation ID. This means that our presentation is successfully created inside Google Slides. So let's go and check. And here we can see that yes, the certificate of achievement is created for smart employee. Here you can see that systematically the name is arranged over here. Here we have all the details which are replaced automatically. This is the achievement. Here is the date, and here we have the name of the person who is authorizing the certificate to the employee, as well as the designation of this person. Okay, this means that our connection between Airtable and Google Slides is absolutely successful. So now whenever a new record will be created inside Airtable, according to that record, according to the response, the presentation in Google Slides will be created. In my case, I have generated the certificate over here. Now after generating of certificate, you can definitely add further action steps over here in order to share this certificate or the presentation to the employees or the clients, to whomsoever you want to share it. Okay, so I'm going to share the certificate with the employee through email. For that, I'm going to use Gmail over here. Okay, so I'm going to set up the connection between Gmail and Pabbly Connect. But before that, because this certificate is in the presentation mode, so I have to first of all turn it and convert it into PDF. How we are going to do that? With the help of Google Drive. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this add action step button, and I'm going to set up the connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Drive. So with the help of Google Drive, we are going to get the PDF link of our certificate every time. Here we are going to select the application as Google Drive, and here we have to select the action event as share a file with anyone. Then because I've already built a connection with my Google Drive earlier, so I'm going to go with existing connection currently. And here we have to enter the file ID. File ID is the presentation ID which we have received from the Google Slides response. So what I will do, I will simply turn this mapping button on, because we have to keep the file ID dynamic so that it could change and replace automatically. And I will just remove the existing data from this field. Okay, done. I will simply map the presentation ID over here. And I will click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, you can see that here we have received the response. This is the name of our document, that means the PDF file, and here is the PDF link of the certificate. So we are going to simply share the certificate along with the name to the employee through email. So what I will do, I will simply set up the connection between Gmail and Pabbly Connect. For that, let's click on this add action step button, and here our action application will be Gmail, and our action event will be send email v1. Okay, we'll click on connect and we'll go with existing connection only, as I've already built the connection earlier. Now it is asking us the recipient email address to whom we want to send this email. I want to send the email to the employee for whom I have generated the certificate, and all the details of this employee are received through Airtable record. So this is the email address. I will simply select that and it is mapped. Then we have the sender name who is sending this email. The email is being sent with the name of the company. So I'm going to enter the company name over here. Merit Makers Private Limited. This is the name of the company in which we work. Here we have the email subject. So the email subject will be congratulations on your achievement. And you can see, because I'm entering all these details such as sender name and the email subject manually, so they are going to be same each time in every case. Now we have to enter the email content type, that will be plain, and now I'm going to enter the body or the content of my email. So here I have entered my email content. Dear smart employee, congratulations on your outstanding achievement in the field of outstanding project management. We are pleased to recognize your dedication and hard work with the attached certificate. Your exceptional performance and commitment have made a significant impact, and we are honored to have you as a valuable member of our team. Please find your certificate of achievement attached to this email. We hope this recognition motivates you to continue striving for excellence. Best regards, Jessie Matthew, HR Manager. So this is the email content, and you can see I've mapped the details which could be changed automatically. Okay, now we have to enter the file name. So I'm going to simply enter the name of the file which we have received from Google Drive. This is certificate of achievement for smart employee. I have mapped that, and in the similar manner we have to map the attachment link. So we are going to use the PDF link which we have received through Google Drive. This is the PDF link of the certificate. I will simply select that and done. When we are going to click on save and send test request button, then you can see that here we have received the response and the status of this message is sent. That means the email is sent to the employee, and here on the same email address which we have mapped over here. So let's go and check on the email whether we have received the certificate along with the content or not. And yes, here the email is received along with this email. Here is the certificate, that too in the PDF format. Alright, this means that our connection is absolutely successful. So let's quickly summarize what we have done over here in the workflow. We have taken very simple steps, trigger and actions. In trigger, we have taken Airtable, and in action, we have taken Google Slides, Google Drive and Gmail. And we have set up the connection between all these applications in such a way that whenever a new record will be added inside Airtable database, then immediately on the basis of that record, the presentation in Google Slides will be created and it will be sent through Gmail to the desired person by fetching out the PDF link through Google Drive. Okay, here in my use case, I have taken the example of generating certificates for my employees for their achievement in the departments. But you can create this automation by following the same steps for any of the requirements you want in order to automatically create Google Slides presentations from Airtable. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends, and also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.